Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll talk about the interview questions from Citibank. Let us thank a subscriber who has shared us this questions so that it can be of help to others. So thank you, dear subscriber, for sharing us these questions. And here we go. So the first question was, tell me about yourself. A pretty generic question that was asked. Second was, explain about your current project. So all of you who are planning to attend interviews or attending interviews, be, thorough in, in explaining what you have done in current project. So it is being observed that, there is a lot of lag in explaining what you have done in current project. Like say I might get a number of questions in my current related to my current project, like how many dashboards you have created, what is your team size, what kind of reports you have created, how do you collaborate or connect with multiple teams, so how do you get your data. So there can be a number of questions related to your current project. So I want you guys to have a clear understanding of what you have done in your project, kind of metrics you have created, kind of dashboards, created, kind of metrics deployed, your team size, your data size, your table names, your dashboard structure. I want you guys to be, very well aware of these type of questions. If not in one interview, it might be asked in another interview, but these are mandatory questions that we need to know answers for. Okay, so prepare yourself thoroughly. If you need any help in this, you can email me. I can help you out. Second is, next question is, what does user acceptance testing involve in Tableau projects? So now, generally, once the development is completed and once we do our initial testing from developers perspective, our report will be handed over to testing team to test the report. So once testing team does a thorough evaluation of our dashboard, uh, to cross check if there are any issues, it can be your issues can be related to, again, data issues, design issues, or dashboard related issues. It can be anything. So if they'll check for all of this, if there are any issues, find you have to fix that. And once that is fixed, once all the issues are resolved, testing team will give a sign off. Sign off, which means what? Our report is ready to be moved to production. So that is what user acceptance testing means. Okay, so there is a probability that apart from the testing team, there can also be some users from the real time in a sense, your production users, the actual users of the dashboard. They might also use your reports to find out how the dashboard is looking. Once they feel report is okay, report is according to what they are expecting, they'll give a sign off. Once you receive sign off, we will be moving or migrating reports to production environment. So this is what UAT acceptance test or UAT testing means. Explain the steps involved in deploying a project. So here deploying means what? Migration of a report. Now once uh, your report is successfully evaluated or successfully tested and you got this, go ahead. So what is the first thing that we need to do? Take the latest copy. Take the latest copy that is there in the latest environment. So I'm assuming here, yeah, we are moving report to UAT to prod. So what do you do in such cases? The report that is tested in UAT, I'll download the report from UAT, which is successfully tested. Okay. Second, point the report to production data sources first. Production data sources. So this I will be doing under Tableau workbook. So once you do, once you connect to that, validate, I will validate if the report is working, working fine, data is loading, I am able to interact with the report. Okay, once I feel that again, then I will publish the report to the production by signing in to the production server. Okay, so how can we do that? Simply, if I go to this here under server, we need to sign in to our production. And then once you do that, you get a name here at the bottom of the screen. And again, you'll go to server and you'll click on publish workbook. And that is how we can publish the report to production server. So these are the steps that we can take care. Next is how do you identify and display top and 5 items in a data set using Tableau. So we have a set options that we can use using sets, using rank we can do, and using index. I think this is one of the very commonly asked questions. So that's why I'm not trying to solve it in this video, but I think I have solved this a number of times in our videos in our previous videos. So you can watch it there. So what is the purpose of LEN function in Tableau? LEN is generally used to identify or find out length of the string here. Like say if I use LEN of I'm passing the name called as express your data. So this will give me the length of this string. Like say what is the length of this string? It is 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. We get the answer as 12. So that is what length of string means. Provide a use case for establishing a connection to data sources in Tableau. Generally, when we want to create a dashboard or some data analysis, the first thing that we need to do is we need to connect it to our data source. So now what we'll do here, we'll go to Tableau, and we can go to this new data source, and we can connect to whatever the data sources we want. So you can explain how you connect it to database and how you start creating visualizations, and also that process we can explain in this step. Next is explain difference between data relationships and data blending in Tableau. Relationship is kind of the newest type of joins, or we call advanced form of joins. Data blending is something we do when we do not have data in same data sources and we are trying to pull in data from different data sources or data types, whereas relationship is being performed within the same data sources and it is between multiple tables. But this is with a different data source altogether. Like one is your SQL, one is your database, SQL Server, and one is Excel, like that. But here it is within the same environment. Like if you're doing it in SQL Server, it will be in that only. Next is describe different types of joins available in Tableau. Okay, so we can talk about all the joins, left, right, inner and outer join in this. So it is again pretty straightforward questions. These are all. What is the difference between physical layer and logical layer? Physical layer is the layer where you actually make joins and specify the join type, like say left join, right join, and inner join. Whereas logical layer is the layer where we like modern form of join. So we do not make any specific join types here. We just connect them, and when we pull them, automatically the relationship is being established between those. So what are the steps and options available when creating an extract? So we can talk about how we can create an extract. Like say you can go to any data source here. Under this, when you convert it to extract, now extract file is created. When I move it, it is asking to save. I can save it. And then again here, if I click on this edit option, we will get different options here. Now when I go here, edit, so we can talk about all the different options we have here. Data storage, filters, aggregations, number of rows, incremental refresh. You can talk about all of this when he's asking us questions about this. If Tableau desktop is already available, why would you additionally use a Tableau prep? So Tableau prep is kind of a data modeling tool for us, or a data preparation tool for us, where we can, handle all our aggregations and all. So if there are some activities that, or you want to handle heavy load data modeling kind of activities, then you can use Tableau prep. What is custom SQL in Tableau and why would you use it? Custom SQL is generally customized SQL. So if at all we want to connect to multiple tables, or we want to derive some values, instead of doing that in Tableau, we can also use custom SQL to find out that. So whenever you are connecting to data source, you will get an option here at the bottom to write a custom SQL. So you can directly pull that custom SQL and you can write the queries. So that is how you can do. So list all the use cases where parameters are commonly used in Tableau. So we can talk about different use cases that are available. We have sheet swapping. We can talk about dynamic calculations, dynamic sheets, dynamic view, landing pages, etc. So dynamic measures. So there are many calculations, there are many use cases that we can do using parameters. You can talk about all of them if this type of question is asked, or you can talk about how you have used a parameter in your project. So you can talk about that as well. Okay, so these were the questions that were asked in Citibank. I hope you have found this video useful. If it does, don't forget to give your valuable feedback and comment in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.